So I hear that this woman, Kartani Darika, is a real piece of work. Nothing worse than an arrogant, powerful businesswoman.
I know. Detective Sammy Kareem tried to interrogate her first. Let's say she got him agitated. She really got under his skin.
But she not going to do me like that. I won't allow her. I've got confessions from serial killers.
That's when we're doing it in person. I must inform you that it's Zoom thing is different.
Now listen, I know it's a little challenging, but we got this, partner.
Thanks, Miss Katani Barika and Elizabeth Montgomery Bernstein for accepting this interview via Zoom due to COVID-19 protocol.
There's no need to be polite and professional, Detective Rupert Drambos, because Kartani Darika does not respect that.
I don't know what gave you that idea.
Detective wasn't right. You're right about her. But this is our first interview with Mrs. Bernstein.
Okay, then let me lay down some ground rules specifically for Kartani Darika.
Look, I don't know what went on with Miss Darika, but don't put me in the same category. I'm not her.
Noted.
Rules are as follows. Answer each question exactly. Don't talk over anyone. Remember, you signed a written agreement for this interview and the stipulations of that agreement. Know that when you do lie to anyone in this missing wealthy unit, you will be immediately arrested for obstruction of justice.
Absolutely. Because this is a joint investigation unit with the FBI. It's a federal offense to lie to an FBI agent. And since this is a joint investigation, that means to any one of us.
Sounds like rats.
Oh, it's more than a threat. You can call it whatever you want, Ms. Darika, and watch what happens to you. You're not going to pull that same bull that you pulled with Detective Sammy Kareem. The insubordination, we won't be tolerating that. You will answer the questions. We're going to come down there and get you. Oh, I promise you we're going to make you talk. Ooh, and I'm going to have fun doing it.
Oh my.
Thanks for the colorful explanation, FBI Agent Osiris.
Now that you understand, let us begin. I'm Detective Rupert Van Dross, detective of the Missing Wealthy Unit with my partner.
I'm Detective Rosalind Wright. Now, Mr. Rika, you're the owner of a very influential lobbyist organization that has paid a tremendous amount of money to advocate for pharmaceutical companies for several years.
This is the American way, Detective Wright. It's legal for Americans to encourage the Congress to create policies that help their clients. And I'm excellent at what I do, fighting for the interests of my clients.
However, many pharmaceutical CEOs have been missing. The common denominator is your organization, Mr. Rika. And also, you're a lobbyist, Mrs. Elizabeth Montgomery Bernstein. Also, your husband has been missing and you have not even reported this. Why?
Why? Are you crazy? Once the board of directors gets wind that my husband, Yakov Bernstein, is missing, chaos and disorder will ensue. The stocks are going to plummet. The market will explode all over us.
You worried about the wrong things exploding all over you. We're going to come and explode all over you. You won't answer these questions. Binksy, get ready. We coming.
That's right.
Please, detective, continue. This is beyond. I can't get you.
You mean to tell me that money is much more important than the well-being of the man you love?
Who's talking about love? You're so dramatic, detective. Well, who reported him missing anyway?
We'll ask the questions, Mrs. Bernstein. Now, Mr. Rika, when was the last time you saw Mr. Line and Mr. Flaxo of Blythen Line?
What makes you think I have seen them recently? As you know, I'm a lobbyist. I don't need to meet with my clients often. I network on their behalf with Congress and other organizations that help create policies for the Medicare community.
We don't care about all that. Answer the question. When was the last time?
Okay, let's get my schedule. I will tell you exactly, and when I met with Mr. Yakov Bernstein, I'm sure you are going to ask me about him.
Thanks for finally cooperating.
Now, detective, I hope you're right, but don't count on it. Now, you know when a person is reluctant to come out and just answer a question, you know they're guilty of something.
You're right. She definitely has something to hide, but we will uncover everything.
Well, I have nothing to hide.
Continue.
The last time I saw Yakov was 3 months ago.
Where and what did you talk about?
You know, he's always been a bit paranoid because of all the mass shootings and the protests about pharmaceutical companies and prices and side effects. I'm always trying to calm him down.
Well, did he get any threats? Was anyone threatening his company?
Bernstein Big Pharma always had protests throughout the years, so I gave it no attention. But now I'm thinking perhaps someone had something to do with his disappearance. I should have taken it more seriously. I don't know.
Well, did you receive any threats personally, like at your home or your office?
Okay, I see. I talked to executives from Flexo Blight and Lyme about 4 months ago to push specific medication that the FDA approved.
Who did you talk to?
A representative. He asked me to focus on a specific drug to get it approved.
Which drug?
Even if Katarni told you, you wouldn't understand it. You're a detective. You don't know anything about medications. You're not a doctor. You don't even have a degree. I do. I have a master's degree. Don't get the D's confused. Detective? No degree. Doctor? Degree.
Look here, sweetheart. You don't know what I know.
Well, I know that in order to become a detective, you have to be a police officer first, then get promoted as detective. Not go to a university.
You have no idea of the career path of law enforcement. And we are not here to discuss that.
She's a smartass. I suggest you remember the rules explained to you at the beginning of this interview. Do not waste my time with your boorish insults. As a matter of fact, no more interruptions from neither of you. Let me tell you this. It only takes one call to get you picked up for obstruction of justice. Now, as I mentioned before, which drug, Miss Dorica?
That is protected by client confidential information. You have to get a subpoena.
And that won't be a problem. Also, Mr. Rika, we will need a copy of your schedule with all the executives, especially the CEOs that were mentioned earlier.
Let me refresh your memory. The companies are the Pharmaceutical Research of America, Flexo, Blythe and Blyme, Bernstein Big Pharma, and Leia Corporation.
Okay, it's a bit outrageous, but I don't care. Okay. Yes, hello. Yes, I understand. Okay, agent, I will. No, I don't anything to hide. I will send it. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, now you see now about the weight of the good old US of A. Answer them damn questions. This is ridiculous how these interrogations are going. None of the witnesses want to answer the questions, and they don't believe there are consequences for their actions. These people are missing, and we got to do what we got to do to find them. Now, if you don't answer these questions, baby, we gonna pick some people up. Get the wagon, get the wagon. Get the dog, get the wagon, get some alcohol. We water boy. They don't. You gonna see. You gonna see.